all the runes set up. I just don't bother changing
Hey guys, KingofGob here, bringing you your Lolnoelo Dominion coverage. That's right, Dominion's begun its limited beta. The past few days, they've just put it up for play, so that's what you're seeing right here. Today I'll be bringing you, hopefully, 3 play videos, and I'll be commentating on this one. The others will just have some music to it. In this video, I'll just be giving my opinion on what I think about Dominion, some strategies that we've discussed in my play group so far, and my overall opinion of the whole game type. So, let's go.
Yeah, you didn't know that.
Yeah.
So for those of you who may not know what Dominion is a capture point style game type that rides adding to League of Legends. The goal is to reduce your enemy's score down to 0. You can see on top in the middle there. Each team starts at 500. You reduce the score by capturing points. There are 5 points on the map. If you have more than your enemy, you reduce their score. If they have more than you, they reduce yours. The more you have, the faster their score will go down. You can also reduce their score by killing the enemy, so that reduces it by a little bit. You can see we bust out of the gate here, and we're going to start capping points. You cap points by right-clicking on them. That takes them for your team. You can see on the mini-map that we've taken the right 2 points, which are closest to our spawn, and the enemy team has taken the left 2 points, which is closest to their spawn. Top point is a big point of contention. It's the furthest point from both spawns, so that's really a swing point that both teams try and fight over throughout the course of the game. Now you can see there are also creeps here. If you get creeps to an enemy point, they'll start beating on the point and start capturing it for your team. Creeps actually capture pretty fast, so in the very early game, there is a little bit of laning involved in this game type. Throughout the game, though, there's a definite focus on hero killing. There's skirmishes all over. This is what I really like about Dominion. I thought I was going to hate this. I even wrote an article about how much I thought Dominion was going to suck, and how wrong I was, actually. From what I've seen so far, the combat is really fast-paced. The games are quick. They're very competitive. Even in blowouts, there have been times when I thought we were being blown out and we came back to win, or that we were blowing out the other team and they brought it back to be close. So they've done a good job so far on this game type. So right here I'm sitting at our turret, defending it. The Tryndamere is pushing up. Once a turret is captured for your team, it will attack enemy units when they come into range. The range is about the size of the circle it sits on. You can see it shooting right there. And right there you can see one of the new summoner spells. Yes, there are new summoner spells for Dominion. That's Promote. It turns one of the big minions into a super minion, and it hits pretty hard and pushes pretty hard. So right here you're going to see Singed and I kill this Tristana and Akali. If you can beat the enemy team on even odds, 2-on-2 like this, your team is in a much better position to win the game, because they're going to have to start sending more than 2 people to deal with you, and that's going to cause weaknesses in other parts of the map, and there's just a big tug-of-war effect in that sense. So far, because of the heavy combat nature of this game type, we found that tanky DPS is definitely a go-to for this map. I've had definite success with Xin Zhao, as you see here. You'll see Garen, other tanky champions, like Singed right there. Singed is an excellent champion for this game mode. Also, anyone with a speed boost. Janna is actually interesting to have because he gives your team the speed boost. We don't know how good she is yet. We haven't seen her really be great, but anyone with a speed boost is good. We've actually found that almost every champion is completely viable in this, and that's very interesting. Even, Eve, who gets crapped on by everyone here at Lolnoelo, I've seen her do good things in this map. You saw right there that I bought level 3 boots. You definitely want the higher speed boots in this game mode. I've gotten away with level 2 boots on certain champions if I was getting speed other ways, like when I played Tryndamere. I was getting Zeals, so I only got the Berserker Greaves. But you definitely want higher speed boots on almost every champion. Getting around the map is so important. Chasing down enemy champions, so important, and getting away, also important. So you definitely want the higher speed boots in this game map.
Yeah.
You may also have noticed that my number 1 slot in my inventory, I have a Prospector's Blade. These are the new Doran's items for Dominion only. They're like double Doran's items. They do a powerful effect. Right here I have the Prospector's Blade, which is analogous to Doran's Blade. It has some lifesteal on it, it has some damage, and it has some health. So these are really good starter items for this. You actually start the game with more gold than normal. You also start at level 3. So if you didn't notice that at the beginning of the game, yes, you do start with more gold and more levels. I actually chose to start this game with the Prospector's Blade and a Longsword. I decided to go bot. It's very common to have people buy speed items to get to the top 2 points and try and cap those faster than the enemy, and have the slower team members who maybe didn't buy boots, like I did not buy boots, go to the bottom point, take that, and then defend because there's less movement between the bottom 2 points. So as I'm sure you've seen, there's a lot of combat that goes on in this game. There's constant skirmishes, team fights all over. Right here we're trying to initiate one. You have to be able to fight at low health in this game type. You have to know your limits, know when you're actually dead and when you can still be an asset to your team, because if you're able to fight at low health and your enemy isn't, you're going to win that team fight. So I haven't mentioned this yet, but if you're capping, the enemy turret will not hit you. It'll stop attacking anyone who's capping, and damage will break this. So if you're trying to cap, and like as you saw there, Tryndamere hit me, I stopped capping and the tower started hitting me again. So it's important to know if someone's capping your turret, just put a little damage on them and the near turret's going to be back helping you out, as long as you still have it. The more people you have capping a turret, the faster it'll decap. You see right there, we tick down the life of the enemy all the way down, so now it's neutral. And you see the green is our allies' life on the turret. So if we get that full, that's when we cap it. So right here, I'm going to cap this turret. Turrets also grant vision in this game type, so you see Akali is not going to go in to an enemy turret, because she knows her circle will not work. Right now we have 4 points captured to the enemy 1. So you see the enemy's life bar is ticking down faster than it was before. Now they've just taken our drill point. You can see each point is labeled with a little design. There's the drill in the top right, the windmill in the top, the refinery in the top left, the crane in the bottom left, and the boneyard in the bottom right. And you'll hear the announcer call out these points are under attack or being taken or have been taken. So just keep a listen out for those and learn those, and you'll be good to go. Right here I'm able to bait this cannon with recall. Recall in this is improved recall. It takes much shorter time to get back to base. But here I baited this cannon in and messed him up. So now I can actually recall and buy. You also get gold much faster. You get 3 gold per second in this game mode. So this helps late game farmers who would normally be farmers in the regular game are good just normally because you get gold for free. So that's why Tryndamere, or I found Poppy, are excellent in this game mode.